Hi, this is Satya Kadirvel from IIM Rohtak 2016 batch. As you all know, I am from Tamil Nadu state of India, and this is a very high emergency video message from my end, mainly to my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch and my IIM Rohtak seniors of 2015 batch and my juniors of 2017 batch. So, first of all, to have a very clear understanding, I would like to strongly convey that this message is not a request from my end, but this message is a very strong and humble warning and alert from my end to mainly to my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch and my seniors of 2015 batch and my juniors of 2017 batch. This message is about criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was directly involved in executing illegal termination of my EY company job, to take strong personal revenge against me for the one and only reason for reaching out to international country leaders and international criminal court for justice for FIR forgery and other forgery done in Nachatal murder case by criminal Tamil Nadu CBCID team, and for reaching out for justice for 2nd July 2022 Delhi police murder attempt and all high sensitive crimes of murder attempts and wrong framing attempts and physical attack and harassment done against my family in Delhi Rose apartment by the joint coordination of the involved criminal Delhi Joint Commissioner, who is maternal uncle of one of my EY company project mate, and the criminal residents of Delhi Rose apartment and the three main criminals of Nachatal murder case from Tamil Nadu. Mr. Narendra Modi, who is now strongly planning to create any kind of cruel false witnesses, mainly from my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch, to wrongly frame me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. I mean, to wrongly frame me like I have the habit of using any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials to mainly cover up the highly suspected and secretly done wrong framing crime against me by the highly suspected involved criminal Delhi police officers and the criminal residents of Delhi Rose apartment and the three main criminals of Nachatal murder case to execute the illegal termination of my EY company job. Well, first of all, I don't have time to explain everything in detail as of now. I'm just conveying the key message. This is all about illegal termination of my EY company job. So, when I was under approved long leave due to high life security threat situation for my family in India from the criminals of Nachatal murder case, in both the termination email and also the previous emails which was sent before the termination email, I have been very clearly and repeatedly communicated by the EY HR authorities that the very reason for terminating my EY company job is due to my inability to get back to start working on upcoming project and deliverables on the expected mentioned date of EY team, and due to my further request for extension of long leave. So when there is this much clear-cut evidence emails for the reason of termination of my EY company job, when I just recently checked, I was shocked to see that a very high sensitive wrong clause number have been mentioned in my termination letter, where this wrong clause number, clause 7b, refers to any kind of crimes done against the society, kind of theft or robbery or sexual, so any kind of crimes. If you can see the clause 7b, which is kind of crimes which is usually handled by police officers, government authorities or any other government authorities. So, while I have been very clearly and repeatedly communicated the reason to end my long leave and to return back to India is the very reason of the expectation to start working on upcoming project and deliverables, I have been just like that wrongly framed under clause 7b in my termination letter. So, this is where, based on all this information, I very strongly believe that I have been secretly wrongly framed under any kind of crimes, mainly I am suspecting in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials by involved criminal Delhi police officers under joint coordination with the criminal residents of Delhi Rose apartment and the three main criminals of Nachatal murder case. This is where I want to give a very strong warning and alert to mainly to my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch to not to get involved in giving any kind of cruel false witness statements against me to wrongly frame me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. First of all, the main reason while I'm saying that I'm mainly targeting this kind of wrong framing is that as per the understanding of clause 7b, even if I categorize in many ways, if we see any kind of illegal activities being done by people for money benefit, they cannot wrongly frame me under such category because I was already in a well-paying EY company job, and I have a pretty decent family wealth background. So they cannot wrongly frame me in any kind of illegal activities for money benefit, and they cannot wrongly frame my character, not only for the reason that I am a virgin, but also for the very reason that they cannot just like that wrongly associate me with any kind of guys, be it in my college or schools or anywhere, in term of love or etc. I have a very clean and clear record, which you all know. And the only third option they have left is to wrongly frame me like I have the association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. And why I am saying that the involved criminal police officers or government authorities are mainly targeting to have this kind of wrong framing is that there are two strong base reasons. First reason is that, as you all know, I also drink in IIM Rohtak, right? So it's very, in the normal scenario, we all know it's normal wrong framing attempt of Indian police officers to manipulate everything. Like they can say like this girl drinks in IIM Rohtak, so this girl might also have the habit of using illegal materials or drug-like materials. First of all, let's all be clear that alcohol was officially offered and served in all our IIM Rohtak parties, student organized parties, starting from the freshers party given by our IIM Rohtak seniors, and in all our IIM Rohtak student organized parties, and even in the farewell party given by IIM Rohtak juniors. So when it's officially offered and served in all our parties, it's not mentioned like this is a thing to be kept in museum that you can just look at it but you can't have it. No, right? When it was officially offered and served, it means that whoever likes it can have it. So I'm also just one of the many students who also have it. That's it. Just for the reason that I also drink, like just like many other people from our IIM Rohtak college, you cannot just see that this girl drinks. So this girl might also have habit of using illegal materials or drug-like materials. Then almost 70% of our IIM Rohtak students or seniors and juniors can be wrongly framed like that. You cannot once, when it's officially offered and served in all our student organized parties, when many of the people are also having it, you cannot just like the frame it and you cannot say this girl drinks and then this girl vomits, this girl creates disturbance. There are so many people who also have their body reacts differently and they vomit, and you cannot just make me as a unique separate person, right? There are people who do disgusting things, nasty things after drinking alcohol, and there are perfect teetotalers also who still do nasty things and disgusting things without drinking alcohol. We all know that, and I don't want to get into those details. Just don't be silly or immature to criticize me in these ways, okay? And the second point why they are strongly going to target my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 is that my second year hostel roommate from IIM Rohtak, who is from Kerala state of India, just once I have seen her, she got some kind of materials from one of her friend, and when I just asked her what is that, she told me that it is kind of a tobacco thing which we call in Tamil Nadu. I don't even still remember the name or how the materials looked and how she intake it. I'm not even sure whether they are actually illegal materials or drug-like materials. All I have been told by her, when I asked what is the thing, she told her this is like something like tobacco thing which you call in Tamil Nadu. That's all. It's been solid 10 years after that. I still don't even remember how those things looked and how she intook it. All I clearly know is that she just clearly mentioned that it's like tobacco thing. So just for the reason that my Kerala roommate from my second year have some kind of materials, I still don't know whether they are illegal materials or regular materials. There is very high chance for the involved criminal politicians and involved criminal police officers to influence her and to encourage her to give any kind of cruel false witness statements against me, to also wrongly frame me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. And she very clearly knows that I don't have any such association with illegal materials or drug-like materials, and I strongly give warning and alert to all my IIM Rohtak batchmates to not get involved in giving any kind of cruel false witness against me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. I don't even know. I have seen only in movies. I have seen only in movies, like some people, I have seen in movies people take drug-like injections, and I have only seen in movies, in some Tamil movie, that they inhale it through nose or they chew it or swallow it. I don't even know how those materials look. I don't even know the names of the materials. I don't even know how the people intake it. When you give cruel false witness against such a completely innocent girl, please believe that it will not stand for a long time, and when it goes to international investigation, the first affected victim would be, it will not be the involved criminal Delhi police officers or any government authorities, it will not be the involved criminal politicians, but it will be you. It will be you who is the first affected victim, who is involved in giving cruel false witness statement against me, in trying to wrongly frame me in habit of any kind of using illegal materials or drug-like materials. So, given this information, I would like to highlight that whenever anybody approaches my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch, all my seniors or juniors, to give a false witness statement against me, definitely they will tell you that India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is involved, Home Minister Amit Shah is involved, criminal Mukesh Ambani is involved, and maybe your state chief minister is also involved in giving strong backing support for you to wrongly frame me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials. Of course, I am not going to deny any of the fact. I know I 100% admit that Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Mukesh Ambani is all involved, and maybe your state chief minister might also be involved. But the bitter truth, which those people who are approaching you will not communicate, is that I am not alone in this fight for justice for illegal termination of my e-way company job. I have the direct attention, monitoring and support from the country leaders of China, Russia, Russian defense team, and the honorable Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan and North Korea, and UN authorities. As I say these country leaders, I very well know some of you might literally get laugh, thinking that I'm saying a joke, or maybe I'm just saying an open lie to stop the wrong framing attempt against me. No, it's not that. The bitter truth is that I'm really having a direct attention and monitoring from these address country leaders who read on all the emails which I send on daily basis and which I share in my Facebook post. So again, I don't have time to share the lengthy details of how I managed to get direct attention and monitoring from these addressed country leaders, but I can just give you two logical reasons to please logically think and decide among yourselves. It's been more than 2 months I have traveled from Tamil Nadu and I'm staying in Mumbai, and almost I'm reaching out all the e-way company authorities who are involved in my job termination to all possible channels of communication. I'm sending emails, I'm giving WhatsApp messages on a daily basis, I'm making phone calls and sending voicemails, I'm sending postal letters. Almost on weekly basis, I'm directly going to the work location office in Mumbai in EY Ruby Tower and reiterating my request to get appointment with the involved authorities to submit the evidence details of the reason of my job termination to get the required correction of high sensitive wrong clause number mentioned in my termination letter, which refers to crimes against the society, which is completely affecting my career, professional career and my future. Till now, although once I have got even acknowledgement in my WhatsApp message, till now none of the e-way authorities involved in my termination have come forward to attend to my sensitive evidence details to give the record correction. Nobody is not even ready to come forward to communicate me. So if I am just standing alone with no other country leaders monitoring my emails and giving voice of support for the illegal job termination, if those top level politicians are involved, then why the involved criminal police officers or the involved government authorities does not have even the basic bravery to come forward to reveal their secretly done wrong framing crime against me, right? If I'm all alone without any without the backing support of addressed country leaders, it's been more than 2 months, sir. They can proudly and very bravely reveal the secretly done wrong framing of whichever authorities, be it police officers or any government officers or be it anyone. But it's been more than 2 months. We all know EY is one of the big 5 consulting firm, and it's just expected basic manners from the corporate authorities that a terminated employee is clearly submitting evidence of the reason for the job termination mentioned in all the official email and in the termination email, and just like that she has been mentioned wrong clause number in the termination letter, which is affecting her career and professional career and her future. You should attend to her investigation, you should attend to her details to get the record correction of wrong clause number. Right? Why are you not even coming forward? Can you understand, right? So please, just like them blindly believe that I'm just saying some joke or a lie that I don't have the attention and monitoring of these country leaders, okay? And also another thing is that I have just before 2 days I have activated my old Facebook account. Once again, I have activated my old Facebook account, Satya Kadebe. This was activated on 24th April. And before that, I'm using a private Facebook account named Satya Kadebe new account. And if you can see, there are no friends in this account, but on daily basis, I'm uploading the screenshot of all the sensitive emails which I'm sending to the addressed country leaders. Others can think anything, but as I am student, please just logically think that if I don't have the assurance that the addressed country leaders are directly monitoring and reading all my emails and Facebook posts, am I fooled to upload all the screenshot of the emails which I am sending on daily basis in a Facebook account where I don't have a friends list? Just logically think that, okay? So this all only these things I can say as of now. So the main thing I'm again trying to reiterate is that it's a strong, very strong and humble warning and alert mainly to my IIM Rohtak batchmates of 2016 batch. Please do not get involved in giving any kind of cruel false witness statements against me to wrongly frame me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials, because my professional career is 1,000 times much more important to me than my own life. And given that I have so many strong evidences under section 45, with the support of addressed country leaders and UN authorities, I can very well get both national and international truth drug investigation and lie detector test to prove that I don't have any association with any kind of illegal materials or drug like materials. And once the investigation is completed, the first victim would be the cruel false witnesses involved, be it from my IIM Rohtak college or my RMD Engineering college. It will be you who gives the cruel false witness against me, who will be the first affected victim out of this investigation. And if any of the IIM Rohtak students gets involved in any such cruel false witness statements against me, it will not only make a permanent black mark on you or in our on our IIM Rohtak college, but it will leave a permanent black mark at the international level on the credibility of the students of IIM institutions of India. We all know that USA might be a superpower, economically powerful country. China might have their so much military power of war robots, invisibility clock and so much, and Russia might be a powerful nuclear powerful country. But we all know that the top two tech giants, Google, Microsoft and PepsiCo, and so many tech giant companies, where all those empires are ruled by our Indian blood. Where most of them are graduates from IIT and IIM. There might be extreme corruption in India. The politicians might be ruining our country like anything with their tyranny rule. But the one and only unique high pride of India is the credibility of the students and the talent of the students from IIT and IIM institutions of India. Please do not underestimate me. Don't make me to challenge against any cruel false witnesses from IIM Rohtak, because if you do that, I'll 100% go to any extent to prove the false witness from IIM Rohtak. And if it's done at the international level, it will leave a permanent black mark, not just on IIM Rohtak but also on the credibility of students of all IIM institutions of India. Because we might have by placement, we may have Rohtak, Calcutta, Ahmedabad, but they see us overall as an IIM graduate have given a cruel false witness against the innocent IIM graduate from Tamil Nadu state of India. Please don't do that. That's why before starting any other video message, I'm giving this high emergency alert and and strong warning to my IIM Rohtak batchmates, because later I should not regret that I did not make sufficient effort to give a warning and alert to my IIM Rohtak batchmates in stopping them in giving any such cruel false witness statements against me. The ruling politicians don't give a damn about what happens to the credibility and all. If criminal Mukesh Ambani says, who is the sponsor of the main ruling party of India, they will do anything. They don't care about the credibility of IIM institutions or IIT institutions. But we students, alumni students, or the students who are currently studying, everybody should worry about if there is any chance of getting black mark on the credibility of the students of IIT IIM Rohtak students. So this is the main message I wanted to convey. And before that, I'd like to share all the national and international level responses I have received even before I got direct attention and monitoring from the addressed country leader. So this is a Nachatal murder case. My grandmother Nachatal, who was cruelly burnt alive in Tamil Nadu. This is her burnt body. We have legally prosecuted the case in Madras High Court in year 2021, but justice was cruelly denied in Madras High Court. After that, since even the protection order for my widowed mother and widowed daughters have been denied by Madras High Court, we immediately left Tamil Nadu and we stayed in Delhi. And in Delhi, we have got approval from DCP Delhi, and we have done fasting protest requesting for 100% honest and fair CBI investigation to investigate the FIR forgery and other forgery done by Tamil Nadu CBCID team. It has been published in newspaper and media channels as well. And after it got media attention, we have been voluntarily called by Ministry of Internal Affairs of State Home Affairs, Minister Nityanand Rai. So we have directly met him in his office in Delhi, and during the meeting he clearly conveyed that he is ready to give CBI direction for investigating Nachatal murder case FIR forgery if we get approval from Tamil Nadu Chief Minister to also give CBI direction. So anytime if the case escalates, if the illegal termination of my e-way company job escalates, under support from addressed country leaders, I can 100% easily get approval from Tamil Nadu State Chief Minister as well to get world country leaders monitored 100% honest and fair and transparent CBI investigation to investigate the FIR forgery and other forgery done in Achuthan murder case. And this is response from International Criminal Court, which I have got in January month 2022 and in May month 2022. As per latest response from International Criminal Court, they have mentioned that if I manage to get a referral from UN Security Council and if I am able to submit additional evidences of any kind of high sensitive crimes, there is a chance of getting approval for legally prosecuting the case in the International Criminal Court, not just against the Achuthan murder case FIR forgery, but all the crimes like 2nd July Delhi police murder attempt and all so far high sensitive crimes faced by my family, by Delhi police and the criminal residents of Delhi Rose apartment. And after this, along with this parallelly, I have got response from US Army. This is US Army Inspector General response email. I have sent lot of fax emails, recorded phone calls and mass emails addressed to media channels, and at one point I got response from US Army Inspector General. All my petitions are addressed to USA Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin sir, and they asked me to send my petition in detail, and I have sent a 45-page response petition about the Achuthan murder case FIR forgery and India Post forgery and other crimes faced by my family in Delhi. So these are the responses which I have, the national international level responses which I have got before I exited India to Vietnam on 16th August 2022. These are the responses which I have got even before I got direct attention and monitoring from the addressed country leaders of Honorable President of China, Russia, Russian Defense Team, and the Honorable country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan, and North Korea. The main reason why I am saying is that because after the very reason for exiting from India to Vietnam is to get direct attention monitoring from these addressed country leaders, and by the time I returned back to India in April 2023, I achieved the very purpose for which I have exited India, and when I return back with the direct attention and monitoring and protection and support from these addressed country leaders. So I am not trying to do self-boasting about myself. All I am trying to say is that, again says that my professional career is 1,000 times more important than my personal life, than my own life, and being completely innocent. If I find out that the involved criminal Delhi police or any government authorities or any other state police have done secret wrong framing crime against me by wrongly framing me in association with any kind of illegal materials or drug-like materials, I will not stop until I get international arrest warrant and jail imprisonment for all involved cruel false witnesses as first target, and the involved criminal police officers or government authorities as second target, and the involved criminal politicians, and I will bring out all the sensitive crimes done against my family by the so-called Delhi capital city police officers, which they have done cruel murder attempts, wrong framing attempts against a woman victim's family of a widowed mother and 2 daughters from the southernmost tip of India, Tamil Nadu state of India, in support of criminal Mukesh Ambani, in support of the criminals of Achuthan murder case. I will make sure that all 192 world country leaders get to know about the high sensitive crimes, extreme corruption, the poor state of law and order in the very state capital city of India, which is all those high sensitive crimes done by the very so-called Delhi capital city police officers of India, and I will prove the direct involvement of criminal India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in executing the illegal termination of my e-way company job. Again, please, you know that I have struggled a lot to reach whatever the place in my professional life compared to you all, everybody struggle, but not everybody's effort and struggle cannot be equaled in the same place, right? None of you have reached IIM Rohtak without any of your parents. I have reached IIM Rohtak with just the clothes of my father on the just 30th day of the demise of my father, right? You all know, it's not that none of you knows about it. On the 30th day, I'm supposed to do a final ritual for my father, being the second born, but in order to not to miss the first day of IIM Rohtak college, I had just taken his clothes as memory of his, and I'm the only person out of 145 students who have reached IIM without my parents or any of my family members. And I'm the only person who faced the murder attempt of my mother in September 2015 when I was parallelly facing the placements, job placements, and some of my friends clearly knows about that. I have shared those information. Just to remember that even if my father have not died when I'm doing my job placements, if he had died at that moment, I would not have travelled back to my native. I would have completed my job placement, and then when I would have travelled back to do the final rituals of my father, because That's how I was brought up by my father and my parents. After 4 generations, I am the first engineering graduate and the first IIM graduate from my family. And bloody please don't think that I will just give up about this. No, I will go to any extreme extent to prove that I am innocent if I find out any kind of secret wrong framing crime is done against me by the involved criminal Delhi police officers or any state police officers or any government authorities. And the first affected victim would be the cruel false witnesses, be it from a IIM Rohtak college or R&D college or be it anybody. The first affected victim would be the cruel false witnesses against me. Thank you so much. Please don't consider it as a harsh message from my end. This is just a very strong and humble warning and alert to my IIM Rohtak students, just to make sure that you should not be the reason for leaving a permanent black mark on the credibility of the IIM institutions of India when the investigation reaches national level and international level truth-like investigation. Thank you so much.